Hello,
Put all their
What are you doing?
technology into making those.
I'm live. I'm on. I'm on YouTube about to talk about Activision.
Oh, I've been fighting with my computer all day. My Discord is just won't work. I got to go through the URL and whatnot. So I think I have to restart my computer, but or not my computer, but my internet. Then I was having issues. Am I having issues? Like I couldn't watch anything on my TV until I shut it completely off, changed it over, and all the shit.
Well, I mean, if you want to join me, I'm here talking about it. If not, that's fine too.
I'm here now. I don't feel good, but I'm here now. Ugh.
All right, guys. We we have to address this big giant elephant in the room. Microsoft has purchased Microsoft has purchased Activision Blizzard for a record-setting amount of money. Uh,
$27 million or $1 billion.
I yes, we are confused as to what the actual figure is. It's either 68.7 or 70 billion. Either way, the
I think
landscape.
people are just rounding up to 70. I
Either
think for everybody else, when I heard is 6.8 billion.
either way, the landscape has changed. Uh, for video games.
Not yet.
For video game, I think it has. Um, my partner here, Double O Fuzzy, doesn't seem to think so just yet.
Because they still have to go through all the other laws and shit like that before they can actually actually own it. Like, yeah, they made a purchase for it, but now they got to go. When it comes to monopolies and shit like that, they got to go through and not be stopped by the government.
Well, they have
Not
said
through yet.
they have said both boards have approved. So,
Did they?
yeah, both. Yes.
You wanted Pepsi. Is that correct? A Diet Pepsi?
Well, I asked for a coffee now because I usually drink coffee at night.
Okay, how you like your coffee?
I usually do half hot chocolate and then half one long shot espresso. The buttons are easy on the machine, I think.
Okay, so half hot chocolate, half espresso.
Yeah, one shot. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Thanks.
No problem. I just gotta give one person meds and I'll get it. Okay.
Okay, great. I'll take that, Ayana, so you don't have to take that all the way back to the.
All right.
Can I ask you to pop it for me?
Absolutely.
Sorry. You can stay right there. It's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll be back with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, they did say both boards have approved the purchase. Sorry about that, guys. And we'll see what it does going forward. I think it opens a lot of doors. A lot of people are saying you could see Call of Duty on Game Pass day one. I don't think they'll do that. I don't think. I think as much as we want it to happen, I just think they want to keep Call of Duty on the open market at least for a little while.
Why?
Relevant to the discussion. But yeah, I
If Bethesda has anything that it showed, everything will be day one on Game Pass. They'll give you the option to buy it, and then it's going to go to, Steam and PlayStation and Nintendo and all of them, so they can still purchase them that way. If not, they give you the option to buy Game Pass, which gives them still a buttload of money. So it'll be day one.
I think the smart thing to do would be to put it on Game Pass and let people buy DLC. You don't have to spend 60 or $70 on the game as long as you have Game Pass ready to go. Um, but you do still have to purchase the DLC. Um,
Without that, yeah.
the the other the other things that were in Activision's catalog I didn't remember were Crash Bandicoot is in there.
Mm-hmm.
Crash Bandicoot is now an Activision thing. Of course, like you said, you have the StarCrafts and the Warcrafts of the world, and then you have Overwatch. All the old Sierra Online games. Like there's a whole bunch of old PC games that Activision Blizzard has access to, and I'm wondering if they're gonna open those up on the PC side of things.
Would be an interesting option. I mean, either way, it goes to Game Pass, or you got PC covered with more stuff. But yeah, they own Spyro, they own, you know,
Crash.
all the Crash now. So, but I think
I thought they owned Spider-Man games at one point too, but that was before Sony purchased Insomniac.
I think they did what, Midway Game or something like that.
Nope.
Wasn't it like Midway Activision at one point?
Beanox is a part of that, as is Call of Duty developers Raven, Sledgehammer Games, Treyarch. So they've got a lot of developers. They now have access to the Tony Hawk games, so you could see Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 end up on Game Pass, which I think is phenomenal. A lot of people grew up with Tony Hawk, and a lot of people haven't even had the chance to play Tony Hawk because they're too young. So this could open up a lot of doors. The one thing they have not been clear about yet is the power structure. The clear thing we do know is that for now, Bobby Kotick will stay on as the CEO, but he will be reporting directly to Phil Spencer.
I think that's just to make certain people happy for now. But as for, long term, I don't see them keeping them around because there's bad juju there, and you need to step away from that until, I think they're just waiting until they one, it goes through, two, then they can put in whoever they want and then get rid of them.
Yeah, there's a really bad juju there. Like, there is allegations of Bobby covering up a lot of these allegations, and there's also it doesn't shock me at all in the least that stuff like this is now coming out. And it wouldn't shock me if they're already working on a buyout for Bobby to step away. And he really, really, really should.
Did Activision own Titanfall?
That was Respawn Entertainment, and I believe they are now overseeing the development of Battlefield, or that might just be Vince
Vince
Zampella.
left wherever he was with Respawn, go work for EA.
Yeah, Yeah.
I don't think Activision owns Respawn though. Am I wrong with that?
Yeah.
Oh, take a look.
Just when I heard this news, I knew I had to come on with something regarding this whole situation because it really is. It really
Finally,
does.
the EA original.
It really does solidify Xbox's place right now as the place to play. you know, um, there are still a couple of other moves that Sony can make, but their moves are running low. It's getting close to a checkmate as to what studios they can purchase.
Yeah, well, I mean, Microsoft wants to be one of the big three, and they are now. They're behind Sony and uh,
Tencent.
Tencent. So, like I said, the only thing they need is a few of those Japanese developers and whatnot start putting out good games for them, and they will be set. They will be absolutely be set. So, is it an option for them to buy? Um, like what's that other one? What's that one called? Did
Uh,
the Marvel Avengers? That team there.
Square Enix.
Yeah, Square Enix. Like sometimes you hear something about that, other times you don't. You know what I mean?
I
It's
don't
one of
know.
those things where it's like,
I don't know, man. Microsoft was in the running to grab them too at some point.
I mean, they just took straight up cash and said, "Here's $68 billion." Bought them straight out. They spent an entire Nintendo to purchase them.
Fuzzy, can you look up what the best bit rate is for YouTube? Because I'm getting a bunch of fluctuating bits right now.
Best bit rate is up to 6,000, I believe, but all the way down to I believe,
6,000 for YouTube, he said.
yeah, maybe at the highest.
Okay. Sorry, guys, we're having a little bit of bit fluctuation.
Yeah, well, I could tell by just when you're talking, you're breaking up. Um, I've been testing out that T-Mobile and
There we go.
just waiting for that one final thing to come in for the antenna to know if it'll give me what I'm looking for my upload speeds. Because the download speeds are good, but the upload speeds are terrible.
There we go. I was trying to go up to 10,000 and whoa. Um, but yeah.
Impressive network, what I can tell so far with the cell home internet.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff I would figure to come out of this. Like I I would almost bet, which I know you're waiting for to come on Game Pass, is I'm sure gonna be on the list relatively soon.
As to what's going to be on the list, they're going to bring everything to Game Pass and PC Game Pass. It's just what they do. It's like they did with Bethesda. It's just what they do. It's for Game Pass to give to people to just spend $15 for or $10 for and per month, and there you go.
I mean, all Microsoft has done is prove that time after time that Xbox Game Pass is the best bargain in gaming. It really is.
I mean, that's why Sony and everybody else is trying to do a Game Pass service. but they are failing because they just don't have the content.
I
Microsoft is going hard. Microsoft is
I
going
I
hard.
think I think Sony has the content based on their back catalog alone. To be able to play PS1, PS2, PS3 games is something I've been looking for out of a modern PlayStation console for a while now.
I
I mean,
said they got the stuff. Sony has the stuff. They do. They have, all the other markets and everything that Microsoft's trying to get into.
yeah,
And they will spend an entire Sony amount for the next thing if it's worth it to them. Because obviously, money is not a price for them. Maybe
yeah.
it'll be next year, or maybe it'll be sooner than next year. They make money hand over fist with 25 million subscribers. People might be like, "Oh, well, they're only paying $1 or $5." It's like maybe, but the vast majority are paying either 10 and forgetting about it, or they're paying the 15 because they want it for PC and Xbox, and they like to use the cloud gaming service, which honestly works really good.
I,
Surprisingly, well, it's not perfect, but it's really close.
Honestly, there are many gamers out there right now who have said that they are no longer paying for the cut and paste Call of Duty, and I now say that you probably don't have to. Um, you probably don't have to. I mean, if you like it, it's right there on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, which if you don't have Game Pass, why don't you have Game Pass? Yeah,
It's like, it's like I think the biggest difference you're going to see with Diablo 2 now that they're together is they're going to bring it to Game Pass PC, and then it's going to allow you to play with your friends that don't want to play on Xbox, but they have it for the PC. So have that cross-platform play right there, which would be awesome. Which kind of
yeah.
sucks for some people because they spent that amount of money just to buy the damn thing.
Well,
You know?
I got it free from the community manager at Activision Blizzard. Thank you. Um, but yeah, I yeah. Can you imagine me, you, W, and some others going through a Diablo campaign? Like that would be insane.
Honestly, that's the only reason why nobody's really played Diablo for us is because they have it on Steam, and I sure as hell wasn't paying $35, $40 or whatever for it.
Exactly.
So I was like, you know what, I'll wait for it to come to Game Pass or something like that because they had the other Diablos in there before.
Yeah.
Now it's definitely going.
Yeah.
So as for like say the new Diablo, like brand new ones that aren't made just like the other ones with Bethesda, I want to say that legacy titles, not legacy titles, but Diablo itself will stay cross-platform, to PlayStation or not. But I could totally see them being like, okay, um, Diablo is only on Game Pass, PC, and Xbox, and it'll be in Steam. I could see them totally doing that, and maybe they will let it go out to Nintendo because they have a good working uh, situation with them. I could totally see that because they're look what they did with a bunch of other ones. They're like, yeah, no, it's gonna be definitely only for Game Pass and Xbox. They didn't buy all these places just so they could go everywhere.
I was just about to say, hold on. I gotta turn on my fan. It's hot as anything in here. Um,
Call of Duty, yeah, that'll stay that's such a huge multiplayer. They're gonna want to make as much money off of that as possible. It'll
and
stay on every
and
platform.
and that's another question. Um, a lot of a lot of Call of Duty's player base is on PlayStation. Like a ton of Call of Duty's player base is on PlayStation. I don't see them migrating over to Xbox at least for the first year or two, because they're just so comfortable with playing Call of Duty on PlayStation.
Depends. That that giant hit right there might cause them to just be like, you know what? It's worth the $15 a month. I'll at least get like a Series S at the very least, which doesn't cost hardly anything, and it works great. So I could totally see them doing it that way if they really, really wanted to.
Before Xbox, but
No,
I wonder if that.
no way that's happening.
I was gonna say I wonder if that changes now that they uh purchase them outright. The
um, the next Call of Duty probably. I'll say the next Call of Duty, it'll probably be that way because it's probably a contract deal signed, and Microsoft has been known to go through and honor all the deals and contracts with all the companies. So the next one, yes, but the one after that, no, not even close. Same way with Crash Bandicoot and them. I don't think Crash Bandicoot, if there's a new one or a new Spyro comes out, I don't see that going anywhere except for maybe Nintendo, Steam, and Xbox.
no, I think Crash Bandicoot will stay with Sony. I think Crash is synonymous with the Sony brand. It has been since.
Doesn't matter. Microsoft owns them. They own the developers that make it.
I get that, but I think Sony strikes a deal to keep Crash on the platform.
Sony
Because
struck a deal with Microsoft. They struck a deal for their supposed servers, and they've yet to really do anything with that at the moment. Now, it could be because they're still working on their Game Pass version, because they want to have the ability to do cloud gaming and whatnot. But it we'll have to see. I think Microsoft's totally down to do that, but it's going to cost Sony that way.
yeah,
Either way, they're going to get their money, but it makes sense to not put it on one of your main rivals, especially whenever you're trying to be the biggest or, you know, one of the, actually competitive with the top three. So it
I don't
wouldn't
know.
make
I
sense to
think
put it on.
I think the way I've heard Phil talk about Sony,
Fuck, man.
I don't know if he considers Sony to be rivals.
Yeah, okay. And so Lion Ryan is be believed also. So
No, no,
yeah, I like him too, but I don't see it. I mean, we're gonna get way more information later, but I think that's wishful thinking.
I mean, I do think sooner or later we're gonna be having a gaming forbidden door discussion, um, where
Yeah,
they.
but also, Microsoft has been way more open with their forbidden door than PlayStation ever has, as of recent. So the only ones that are keeping them from getting stuff is their own stupidity.
Well, I think that's because I think Sony needs to get somebody in there that actually cares about the player base, and not the final number. Um,
Yeah, but how thing is though, you got Lion Ryan there for a while now. You're gonna have him for a while, at least until he gets his Game Pass thing up and running to where he wants it, and then I think then you might get somebody in there that cares more about games as opposed to just making AAA titles only. So, like I said, they took a real 360 turn when it comes to that playbook.
Yeah, Sony made the heel turn. Uh, Sony a hard heel turn. I'm also seeing a lot of people regretting the fact that they bought their PS5. I'm not in that camp yet. I'm in the camp of waiting until these big exclusives come out, like Horizon Forbidden West. I want
Yeah,
to
you got so much coming still.
I want to check out that Sifu game that comes out. Um, there's a rumor that there's an Uncharted 5 happening. Um, there is a very good chance we're gonna see another Twisted Metal game to coincide with the TV show that's coming. Um, there's just so much on the horizon. But I'm Ching. That I'm also excited for Sony in 2022. I don't know that Forspoken game is also coming out, so that there's way too many games for Sony to make up not to make up any ground, but they do need to find a way to get more PS5s in homes because it's getting a little ridiculous.
I want them to get their growing pains over with their version of Game Pass, their
Yeah,
Play Store for PC. So this way, I don't have to buy a PlayStation. The only thing I'd have to buy is just their controller, if anything, and I could just play whatever I want from there, download it, play it on PC. That would save me a lot of money, personally.
I would
Especially,
still.
especially in a market where they still have them still out there with like a buttload of like $700, $800. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
I would
So,
still. I would still like to see them get a grip on their supply issue.
yeah, but that would make up for a lot of stuff right there. Like you'd have a lot more people already playing their games, which would give them the head count that they want. That would give them more, more clout for deals and everything. As soon as they would do a Game Pass, I mean, look at Microsoft
Yeah,
because of that.
Project Spartacus or whatever they're calling it.
Even Sony doesn't count consoles anymore as a way of like showing strength. They want the head count of how many Game Pass subscribers they have, or PlayStation Now subscribers. That's what they want.
Yeah, yeah. The last PS exclusive I bought was Deathloop, and I'm enjoying it. I'm just taking my time with it. But again, there's a ton of Sony exclusives on the pipeline that I'm excited for. Like that Forspoken game looks pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
The Uncharted, God of War Ragnarok. Why am I not bringing that up? Because
Well,
that's coming soon.
so is Horizon. I think Horizon comes out in February 18th. I think.
Yeah, I plan on checking that out. I don't know if I'm gonna check that out day one though. But I do plan on checking that out.
As for the one you were saying beforehand, that's going to Game Pass next October. So for me, it works out great because then I don't have to worry about buying, PlayStation to play that game.
Oh yeah, Deathloop. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, pretty excited for that.
Hey
Next
guys,
game will only be Microsoft though.
guys, I didn't plan for this live stream to be long, so I think I'm gonna end it here. Leave down in the comments in the chat what you want to see Microsoft do with some Activision IPs. What are some long dormant ones that now you think should be reopened? I'd love to hear it.
Here's the thing, though. Microsoft stays out of like telling them what they need to make. They have for a long time now. So it's going to be come down to whatever the developers want to do. They're going to support them. So if they want to do something older, then they'll support them. But they're not in the business to tell them what to do because, like they said, they don't know what's best.
Yeah.
They're just there to make sure, one, bills are being paid, two, stuff's getting done the way it should be, and that's it.
Please do
Which is
not.
good. Which is good.
Please do not give me any Call of Duty remasters. I don't want
Right.
it. I don't want it. Leave me alone. Alright, guys. That being said, I'd like everyone to stay safe, stay healthy, stay awesome, and always remember that there's no knowledge that's not power. I don't know how often I'm going to do these podcasts, but they will be a lot more frequent. I just want to take a second to address another elephant in the room. If you wanted to see my Mortal Kombat content on YouTube, you probably won't anymore. YouTube is throttling MK content like crazy because they think it's lifelike violence.
Speaking of Call of Duty.
Yeah. But Call of Duty content can be made like there's no tomorrow. Yeah. So, I will be reopening my Twitch channel where you can see all the MK content. I will be doing my story playthrough of MK11 on here, but that's it for MK content. I will not be doing any late night combats on here because every Mortal Kombat, including the character demo videos that I've done, have been age restricted, so they're severely limiting my audience. So I'm still figuring out what to do with that. But yeah, that's my announcement. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. I don't necessarily know when next time is going to be, but there will be one. Until then, be safe, be good people. See you next time.